This is the Skywave X50 by ULTIMEA, and it's designed to enhance your audio experience when you're watching a movie, or if you just want to play some sound to it from your phone using Bluetooth, you can do that as well. But basically, it's a surround sound system really to level up your audio experience when you're watching a movie. So these are the three pieces that connect together to form the soundbar, but before I connect them, I want to show you guys the ports. So HDMI to TV does support eARC, which is Enhanced Audio Return Channel, which supports lossless sound, assuming your TV also supports that. On my TV, I would want to connect it to HDMI 2, because you notice it says eARC/ARC. And you're using a compatible HDMI cable, which also supports that. But it is backwards compatible with ARC, which is Audio Return Channels, to still give you high quality sound, but it's not going to be lossless like it will be with eARC. So HDMI input, optical, USB, power can also be wall mounted, and to connect them on the sides, you basically put them in at an angle and snap them into place. So for example, I basically just put this thing on the side. It's easier if it's closer, and then just twist it and good to go. And the same is true for the other side as well. So basically just connect them like that and you're good to go. And these can also be wall mounted. You also have up-firing speakers on the sides. And as far as the buttons on the top, these are touch sensitive buttons, so it's really, really nice, very sleek basically. We got the rear speakers. They are identical. They can be wall mounted. This is what gives it that surround sound. We have the up-firing speaker, as well as the power goes in here, and we have some rubber feet if you want to place it on a table or desk or something. Okay, so the subwoofer fires off from the side. It is an 8-inch woofer. We have the back right there. We have the power. We have the on and off, and we do have rubber feet as well. So there is the subwoofer. There's everything else inside the box. Wall mounting guide, quick start guide. We have the wall mounting stuff, screws, we got the optical cable, we got the remote control right here. It takes 2 AAA batteries, which I didn't see in the box. HDMI cable, power for the subwoofer, and 3 of these. So these 2 are for the back speakers. It's 100 to 240 volts. Output is 27 watts. And this is also 100 to 240 volts, and the output is roughly 65 watts. It's 64.8 watts to be exact, basically. But yeah, there it is. Now you might be wondering, where's the X50? Well, before I connect that, I want to show you guys my current setup, which is the Sonos system. So I have the Arc Ultra right here. I have 2 Gen 4 subs right here. I have a Sonos amp right here, which allows me to connect 2 speakers in the back. I have 2 non-brand different brand speakers in the back. That creates a surround sound system. Now, I'm very, very happy with the system. It sounds really, really good. However, I want to see if there's kind of a middle ground, because it took me a while to save to get this system, because this system costs a lot more than the Skywave I'm about to review. So, and I'll just give you guys an estimate. So the Arc Ultra is $10.99. I'll just roughly basically round up essentially. So $1,100 retail. I mean, sometimes they go on sale and stuff, but retail value, $1,100 for the Arc Ultra. We got the 2 Gen 4 subs right here. Each one retails for like roughly $900. So $1,800 for 2 subs plus $1,100 for this. We're already at $2,900. The Sonos amp right here retails for $800. So that takes us up to $3,700. And basically I have 2 speakers in the back. Those are a few $100 each. So plus tax and everything, we're looking at roughly $4,600. Just to get the system going. I mean, I saved for a while to get the system. I'm really happy with it. I like the way it looks and everything. I like the way it sounds. But it took me a while. So I want to see how good the X50 is going to sound for roughly 1/10 the price. I mean, it's a little more than 1/10 the price, but it's almost like an order of magnitude lower in price. So let's check it out. All right, so I got everything hooked up. I got the Skywave app. I did a firmware update. So good to go. I placed the rear speakers behind the couch, and I'll sit exactly in the middle. So there is text over here. So when you're changing the volume and everything, it is pretty easy to see that. So if I'm raising the volume or if I'm raising the bass, it's an indicator that it's an easy way to seeing that, okay, the changes are taking place, which is kind of nice actually to see that, like, oh, it is working, right? And now we're gonna do so I hooked up my phone via Bluetooth, super simple. And I'm going to play some songs on this thing, and it actually sounds really good. I was not expecting it to sound this good. So let me zoom out just a bit, and yeah, let's play a few songs. So we'll start off with this song. This thing sounds really, really good. I was not expecting it to sound this good. I was genuinely not expecting it to sound this good. Now we're gonna do a bass test. So I'm gonna put the bass on -6 and then we'll gradually take it up. So here we go. Okay, volume 25. Let's take the bass up slowly. All right, taking it back down. Okay, so at -6, the bass is pretty much non-existent. Once we go to -5, the bass kicks in. And about 0 or 1 is probably my favorite. Probably 0 or 1, I would say, on my preference. Okay, the bass does sound really, really good. I'm not going to say it's amazing. I'm not going to say it's house-shaking bass, but it does sound really good from an 8-inch subwoofer. Alright, and these are touch-sensitive buttons right here. So it is pretty cool that you could control it from there as well. So very well done overall. You could control the volume from the app. You could go to EQ and customize it a lot more. You could pick certain categories, mess with it from here, or you could go to custom and mess with it even more. And then you can also turn it on and off from here. You can also go to source and basically select what source you want. So you could go to Bluetooth and play stuff from your phone if you want, or you could go to eARC and basically go back to the TV, where the TV remote also controls the speaker as well. To summarize my thoughts, this system actually sounds better than I was anticipating. It's louder. In fact, it's much louder than I was anticipating. And it also has pretty good bass. Now, is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. My Sonos system does sound better than this overall, but then again, my Sonos system cost significantly more than this. So I'm genuinely surprised how they got such good quality sound into such an affordable surround sound system package. I'm genuinely surprised. It is a very, very good sounding soundbar. Genuinely very impressed with this thing. For the price, it's phenomenal. So there it is, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash that subscribe button. I'll catch you guys in the next one.